Hi Brian, I am doing your spread. It's not super fancy and I did not pre-shuffle. So I'm going to shuffle for your general reading, and I'm going to do a Celtic cross, which is just a general spread just to see where we're at, see if I get any messages. Well, the sage doesn't want to catch fire. I don't know if that means anything, but I don't know. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we're going to shuffle. Like I said, I'm going to do the traditional Celtic cross spread. And then we will go from there, see what messages come up. So your Scorpio Sun and Aries Rising. That's a combo. That is a combo. Okay. Oh man, the cards don't want to shuffle. A little bit resistant. A little bit of resistance here with the shuffling. So might be going through the same thing yourself. Maybe coming up against something that's opposing you. All right, first card we got was the Four of Cups. Looks like, yeah, okay. Well, I don't want to jump the gun. We'll wait. But first thing that jumped out was the Four of Cups. So looks like some decision coming up or some opposition. But oh, yeah, see if anything else flies. Aha, okay. All right, well, we got a tower. We did get the tower that popped up. I'm going to put this back in the deck, and if it comes up again, then it comes up again. So I'm not going to take it, but if it comes up again, we obviously will take it. It didn't really fall out. It flipped over. It was kind of like, hey, look at me. But, man, lots of cards just want to fly out. Whew. All right. Cards are flying out. Didn't want to shuffle. Cards are flying out. Okay. All right, so we do have 9 of Cups, but it was reversed. So, all right. Ten of Wands, the Moon. Okay, so we'll leave these turned over at this point. So, all right, the first thing that I see here is the Four of Cups, and that kind of like flew out at me. And it is about restlessness and boredom. So I originally said opposition, which I do feel there's some sort of opposition that you're up against. Maybe some disillusionment, static, feeling bored, needing a change to your environment. There's also, with the Four of Cups, there is a fear of rejection or not being, not wanting to open up. When something is offered to you, you're kind of skeptical about it. So it's that sort of energy of just, not necessarily knowing if it's almost like an indecisiveness. Like you could go with that, but you already have 3 cups. But here's a 4th cup. Is this 4th cup like going to make you happy? Is it going to be fulfilling? You don't know. And what's crossing you is the 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups is the attainment, especially with love and emotional fulfillment. It's attaining that, but it was reversed. So when I see the 9 of Cups reversed, it's a delay in that attainment of happiness, emotional fulfillment. And I really think there's some indecisiveness on your part, kind of on the shelf, not sure. The ego is kind of standing in the way. Some emotional disconnectedness, even borderlining on some smugness. And this is infecting your personal and professional relationships, but I feel like this is more personal I don't feel it's really work related. I do feel some maybe stagnancy in the work field, but I feel like this is more about relationships. What is on your subconscious or on your mind is the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is the card of burden. So either you're working a lot and you don't have time to for a relationship, but there's some reason why you're just, thinking, no, this is not for me, or I'm not sure if I want that right now. But this Ten of Wands, it's just this card of burden. The good thing about the 10 is it is an end of a cycle. So you are starting to kind of get sick of being in this energy of indecisiveness, of maybe not having time for yourself or having time for a relationship or whatever the case is what I'm picking up on. But it is the card of burden, but you'll be able to lay that burden down soon because this is a 10, end of a cycle. I can throw the signs out too. I don't know, but the cups represent Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. The wands are the fire signs, so Leo, Sag, Aries. And then, so I'll throw out the signs. Some people, it matters. Some people, it doesn't. So sometimes with the minor arcana, I don't, just because it doesn't, it's more of the minor arcana are just day-to-day stuff. That's why this 10 of Wands is, it's a minor, and it's also a 10. So it's putting down those burdens, which has been weighing on your mind pretty heavily. Maybe that you're working too much. In your recent past, you have the moon. The moon represents Pisces, and that is a fellow water sign to you. The moon is a lot about, what is hidden, what is secretive. So I do feel that might be, maybe in the past you've been somewhat secretive in your relationships. It is about, illusion and dreams and avoiding difficult emotions and confrontations. Feeling stuck in that emotional pattern. The good news is I show this is in the past. But the current situation is still kind of in that energy of indecisiveness, of not sure. I think like maybe you've had some offers that you're just like, no, I'm not vibing with that or whatever. And the offers might have been pretty decent, but you turned them down, whatever. A lot of times when this is reversed like this, it's you not being able to see clearly, not using your intuition, maybe using logic over emotion, which can be good, but you can also miss out on, opportunities as well in the love department. So I showed this as a past energy because in the future you have the Hierophant. And, the Hierophant to me is, it can mean a couple different things. I feel this is almost turning into more of a love spread. I don't know if that's really what you were looking for, but I'm kind of getting that that sense of like the workaholic that doesn't have time for a relationship, and the kind of relationships you have had in the past might have been ruined either by work or too much work or being emotionally unavailable is what I'm getting at. So the future in the past, here's the other thing too. You have two major arcana. So the one that represents the past is the moon, which is all about intuition, all about, being in your feelings and in this case, not listening to your intuition. And then we go to the Hierophant, which is more stable, more grounded, more traditional energy. So that's where you're kind of moving in the future. You're really not necessarily going back to the emotions. You're just kind of like, I think you want to handle things more rationally. You don't want to use your emotions as much. And I know Scorpios are water signs, so, they are ruled more by their emotions, but they're super intuitive. So, the Hierophant is about, it represents Taurus, so it's a very grounded energy. It's about committed partnerships. When I see this card, it's even about soulmates. but the thing with the Hierophant is, even though it's grounded and stable, it's still about expressing yourself. So to me, there's like this conflict between your logic and your love side, like your emotions and your logic. They seem to be kind of like sparring. And this is why, you turn down certain offers or whatever. And a lot of it, I think, has to do with work, because the Hierophant is also about higher learning institutions, tradition. The foundation for your spread is the King of Swords. The King of Swords, I like him upright. It's air energy, so he is very good with his words. So I feel like when I see this King of Swords, especially in the foundation of the spread, I feel like your energy is somebody who takes action, and cuts out people or things that are not wanted, which again, it's to me, even though it's a different, it's similar to the energy at this point I'm picking up on the Four of Cups, is that there's, you might cut out the wrong thing if you're not careful. It is about ambition, which is good, but you don't want to be too ambitious. But it's also about using like the intellect. Now, the King of Swords represents people that do computer work, IT, that kind of thing, management, hands-on involvement, which is great. And he's upright, and he's all about his intellect, So this is the foundation for the whole spread. And so when I see this, I'm still getting this message that your love is going to pass you by because you're working a lot. And even though that's a noble thing, you might be missing out on some relationships or somebody special because you're working a lot. That's the message, the overall message. I hope that resonates with you, because that's the message that I'm getting. And I think I'll probably pull some clarifiers just to be sure. So then we're going to go over to the other side. I got a lot of major arcana. So at this point, you have the Moon, the Hierophant, the World, the Devil, and the Sun. So you have the Moon and the Sun. So, and I like where the Sun is placed, so that's cool. When I do see the Moon and the Sun, to me, that is not, a lot of people think that's conflicting like night and day, but to me it's like yin yang balance. I love it, but I'm jumping ahead because that's your outcome. So the way you see yourself is the World. The World is reversed. Again, major arcana. When I see the World, that is an end of a cycle as well. That is the last card of the major arcana. When I see the World reversed, though, it's a delay. So you're ready to move on, but you're feeling blocked. You don't feel deserving of the success. You have to have faith in yourself. So I think what happens here is that you might have a little bit less control issues, and that's kind of blocking you from success. And again, I didn't necessarily want to turn this into a love reading, but that's kind of what I'm feeling. And Scorpio is represented in this card too. So I believe the eagle is Scorpio in this card. And there's obviously the other three elements, but you're feeling blocked. And this is kind of how you see yourself, is that, you're just, it's the day to day, and the thing of it is this is a major arcana. So this is something that only, you can change. This is not something that's going to change on its own, whatever. This is something that you've kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy sort of thing. Like you've kind of set this in motion, that this is what you're going to do. I'm just going to work. I'm going to do this. Your external influences are the devil, and the devil's reversed. So I do like the devil reversed in this situation. This is your external influences. I feel like that, you have a very strong will. I feel like you are definitely somebody who's on the straight and narrow. And other influences might try to come at you. I think it seems like you're pretty adamant about, the company you keep. I don't think you like to be around a lot of partying. I think you're very stable. And so that's the other thing too, is that you're very picky, very choosy about who you date, who you hang out with, who you're seen with, what you do. You have like an image to maintain. So, and I think that's a good thing. And that's not something that's going to necessarily change, but there's been challenges that have been thrown at you. I don't know if there are people that are opposite of you that are attracted to you. And so you always have to make this decision, like, am I going to go with that person or not? I don't know if that makes sense, but I do kind of just feel like maybe the wrong people are attracted to you, or you feel like the wrong people are attracted to you. So that's where the devil is kind of coming in reverse. So it's not a bad thing, because, you got the Lovers here, but again, it's reversed, which is good. But the message I'm getting is that you get maybe attention from significant others or people that you wouldn't necessarily pick for yourself. So that's the other reason why you're really not choosing, and you're like, I'm just going to work. Your hopes and fears are the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is the messenger of love, and she is reversed in this. And so I think you're just fearing that the right person is never going to come along for you. And again, this is really kind of, like I said, turned into a love reading, because that's kind of what I'm feeling. But that's your fear. That doesn't mean that's what's going to happen, but that is definitely your fear. But the beautiful thing is the outcome is the Sun, and it's upright. And the Sun card is, a beautiful card. I mean, it's the best, the happiest card in the deck. So whatever you're doing here, it's, your outcome is the Sun. I'm going to actually read this, what the Sun is, because it's about success, good health, and success and good health, and achievement. It's obviously the most positive card. It's about energy and growth. Good time to nurture your creative endeavors. It could be a possible trip coming up. I mean, nobody's really traveling that much, but to me, it's more about it's not really a trip outside. It's more about, finding your own happiness within. And I feel that you are going to achieve that, and that, you worrying about dating the wrong sort of people or attracting this wrong sort of people is really not going to matter, because I do feel, there is somebody on the horizon. Because we have the Page of Cups, even though it's reversed, and I'm going to take a couple clarifiers. I do feel that there's possibly somebody coming in for you, or somebody, because, with the Sun card, I mean, not that you can't, you're well aware you make your own happiness. Not that somebody else is going to come and make you happy, but I really feel that you attract the wrong types of partners. Here, I'm just shuffling. Okay, I need to clarify the Sun. Why is the Sun in the outcome? Okay, so first card. Oh, okay. You got another major arcana. This is you. This is the card of Scorpio, to be honest. So actually, your take on this is, I really don't need anybody to be happy. Scorpio, I'm good. I don't need anybody to be happy. I'm happy on my own. And actually, it's truth, because, I don't know if you've totally convinced yourself there's nobody out there for you, or you're just happy just to kind of be playing the field. Let me clarify the Death card as well. Okay, so good Lord. Okay, so we got the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is reversed. Basically, the Two of Cups is the cup of love. It's about couples. It's about the lovers, but it was reversed. So again, this has turned into a total love reading. So, I mean, with the Death card, the Death card is about transformation and change, but I feel in this particular reading, it's about, if this represents you. This is the card of Scorpio. And I feel like, you're strong. You are finding your own happiness, and really you don't think you're going to find happiness in a relationship. I mean, the Two of Cups was reversed. So when I see the Two of Cups reversed, it's about, strife and whatever in a relationship. And I think that you just don't want to be a part of that right now. And you're happy with it. You're happy with it. You have tons of major arcana. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of the 10 cards here are major arcana, which is, you're pretty, I don't want to say the word stubborn, but you're pretty set in your ways. This has turned into a total love reading because we have cups all over the board. I do feel there might be somebody coming in for you. You might be like, no, I'm good. Because, can I clarify the Page of Cups, please? Page of Cups. Why is the Page of Cups reversed? Is somebody coming in? What do we got? Page of Cups. Come on. All right. I've got a couple that came out. So we got the Nine of Wands and the King of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is, you have both the 9 and the 10. The Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior, just tired, just sick and tired of bullshit, basically, is the Nine of Wands. And you have the 10 of Wands. So it's, you went from a 9 to a 10, but basically the 9 of Wands is just tired of people's bullshit. And then the King of Wands reversed, which is fire, which is fire. I don't know. I mean, I feel like maybe your ego might be getting in the way a little bit. This is what I'm feeling. And that if somebody comes in for you, you're pretty set about not accepting their cup anyway. I'm gonna again, I know you didn't specifically say you wanted a love reading. Sometimes the cards just tell me what they want to tell me. So I don't know. I hope this resonates with you, but yeah, I'm feeling that like the ego might be getting in the way. Because that you're just tired of people's BS. And so if the right person comes along, you're still kind of stubborn about it and you're happy with being, you're definitely happy with who you are. You're definitely a secure person, I see. A little bit of ego coming out. I mean, Aries and Scorpio is quite a mix. All right, Romance Angels. I got the Romance Angel deck. I just want to see, what do we got for Brian? Do we have any special messages for Brian here? Come on, Romance Angels. All right, nothing's flying out. Number 6 is coming up. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. Okay. So this might make sense to you. I do have the reconciliation card. So it says someone from your past is returning into your life. And it kind of goes with the devil reversed. Maybe somebody that you're not happy, that you don't want to see is coming back. Maybe that's why you're like, no, I'm good. Is that there could be a possible person coming back that you just don't want to do it. I don't know. I was surprised to see the reconciliation card because I didn't really get that it was going to be somebody you knew, but it could be, because when I see the outcome with the Death card and and the 2 of Cups reversed, you're just not having it.